Next we'll move on to problem number 9. Lessee enters into a 10-year lease for 5,000 square meters of office space. At the beginning of year 6, lessee and lessor agree to amend the original lease for the remaining 5 years to reduce the lease payment payments from 1 lakh rupees per year to 95,000 rupees. Now, initial lease is for 10 years period and 5,000 square meters of office space. After completion of 5 years, that is at the beginning of 6th year, lessee and lessor agree to amend the lease for remaining 5 years. So, to reduce the lease payments from 1 lakh to 95,000 per year. So, here the lease modification involves a change in lease payment. Lease modifications may be increase in scope, decrease in scope, that is change in scope, increase in space, decrease in space, change in the space, change in the lease rent. So all these are part of lease modifications. Here the lease modification is in terms of a change in lease payment from 1 lakh to 95,000 per year. The interest rate implicit in the lease cannot be readily determined. So implicit interest rate is not available. Lessee's incremental borrowing rate at the commencement date is 6%. Incremental borrowing rate is 6%. Lessee's incremental borrowing rate at the beginning of year 6 is 7%. So at the beginning of the lease is 6% incremental borrowing rate. At the time of modification it is 7%. The annual lease payments are payable at the end of each year. Lease rent payable at the end of the year. How should the said modification be accounted for? How to account for the modification? Then, for accounting purposes, the modifications will be classifying into 3 types. First one, modification, increase in the scope and increase in remuneration commensurately. If both are fulfilled, it has to be considered as a separate lease agreement. If decrease in scope is there, then we have to analyze it as another category. If decrease in scope is there, proportionately we have to decrease the liability and right of use of asset. Then third category is other modification. This is not increase in scope, not decrease in scope. This falls under category other modification. Other modifications, this is only change in lease payment. Other modification. Whenever other modifications are involved, we have to remeasure the lease liability. At the revised discounting rate. Then the change in lease liability has to be incorporated by comparing the existing balance of liability. Increase or decrease in liability has to be incorporated. Now, we will go through the question once again. The original lease agreement was for 10 years, 5,000 square meters of office space. After completion of 5 years, at the beginning of 6th year, lessee and lessor agreed to amend the lease payments for remaining 5 periods from 1 lakh to 95,000 per year. The implicit interest rate is not known. Lessee's incremental borrowing at the beginning is 6%. At the time of modification is 7%. Lease rent payable at the end of the year. How the said modification should be accounted for. So, first step, we have to arrive at initial lease liability. Initial value of lease liability we have to find. Then, by the end of 5 years, what is the balance of lease liability? By preparing the schedule for lease liability, balance of lease liability we have to find out. Then there is a modification. After arriving balance of lease liability and balance of ROU of asset, right of use of asset, there is a modification. So we have to remeasure the liability at revised discounting rate. Revised discount rate. Comparing with the existing balance of existing liability. So that increase or decrease in liability has to be incorporated. To that extent, the ROI of asset also has to be changed. So first step, we will go for initial measurement of lease liability. Lease term 10 years, original lease term, lease rent 1 lakh, and discounting rate is 6%. With that, we can arrive at initial lease liability. So initial measurement of lease liability, 4 columns: year, lease rent, present value factors at 6%, present value of lease rent. 1 to 10 years, lease rent 1 lakh. So this is a repetitive amount of 1 lakh for 10 years. We can go for annuity factor. So 6% is the discounting rate, incremental borrowing rate of lessee at the beginning. So annuity factor for 10 years at 6%, 7.36. Present value of lease rent 7,36,000. 7,36,000. This is initial measurement of lease liability 7,36,000. Then initial value of ROU of asset, right of use of asset. We have to consider initial measurement of lease liability. Any direct costs incurred by the lessee, nothing are there. Any lease payments any payments made by the lessee before commencement of lease, nothing are there. Any dismantling or restoration costs, nothing are there. So it is just equal to initial lease liability of 7,36,000. So initial value of ROU of asset, right of use of asset is also 7,36,000. Now there is a modification at the beginning of 6th year. We have to arrive at a balance of lease liability at that point. So we'll prepare schedule for lease liability. From that we can arrive at a balance at the beginning of 6th year. Schedule for lease liability, 5 columns. Here, lease liability at the beginning, interest at 6%, lease rent, lease liability at the end. So year 1, initial liability starts with 7,36,000. Interest at 6%, 44,160. Lease rent payment 1 lakh. Then lease liability at the end, 6,80,160. That is 7,36,000 plus 44,160 minus 1 lakh. 6,80,160. At the beginning of second year, 6,80,160 is the liability. Interest 6%, 40,810. Lease rent payment 1 lakh. Liability at the end 6,20,970. So 6,80,160 plus 40,810 minus 1 lakh, 6,20,970. Lease liability at the end of second year. Third year beginning, 6,20,970. Interest at 6%, 37,258. Then lease rent payment 1 lakh. Liability at the end 5,58,228. That is 6,20,970 plus 37,258 minus 1 lakh, 5,58,228. Liability at the beginning of fourth year 5,58,228. Interest at 6%, 33,494. Lease rent 1 lakh payment, lease rent payment. Liability at the end 4,91,722. So 5,58,228 plus 33,494 minus 1 lakh, 4,91,722. Lease liability at the end. At the beginning of fifth year, lease liability 4,91,722. Interest at 6%, 29,503. Lease rent 1 lakh. Then liability at the end 4,21,225. 4,91,722 plus 29,503 minus 1 lakh 4,21,225. So that is the liability at the beginning of sixth year. Balance of lease liability at the beginning of sixth year. Then initial measurement of ROU is at 7,36,000 to the extent of 7,36,000 whatever it is there. That also be depreciated over a period of time. So out of 7,36,000, it has a life of 10 years. 5 years is completed. So to the extent of 5 years portion, we have to depreciate. That comes to 3,68,000. 7,36,000 divided by 10 into 5. 3,68,000. Remaining balance will be 3,68,000. Balance of ROU asset. Then, at the beginning of year 6, lessee and lessor agree to amend the original lease for remaining 5 years to reduce the lease payment from 1 lakh per year to 95,000 per year. So this is definitely a modification. It can be considered as other modification. That is at the end of 5th year or beginning of 6th year, modification has happened. Now the revised lease rent is 95,000 per annum. Revised discounting rate is 7%. Now we have to remeasure the lease liability. So remaining period is 5 years, 95,000 lease rent and 7% is the revised discounting rate. Remeasurement of lease liability. Years 1 to 5 years, lease rent 95,000. Previously it is 1 lakh, now reduce it to 95,000. Now discounting rate changed, revised discounting rate 7% incremental borrowing rate of lessee. 4.1 is the annuity factor. So present value of lease rent 95,000 into 4.1, 3,89,500. So revised lease liability is 3,89,500. Whereas a balance of lease liability is 4,21,225. Now there is a decrease in lease liability. Lease liability. So what is the decrease? We have to find. So lease liability before modification 4,21,225. Lease liability after modification 3,89,500. Then the difference 31,725. Decrease in lease liability. So one way lease liability reduces. Other way we have to reduce right of use of asset also by the same amount of 31,725. Now the journal entry will be lease liability account debtor to ROU asset account, right of use of asset account 31,725. Now specialty of the problem, as part of modification lease rent reduced from 1 lakh to 95,000. Discounting rate increased from 6 to 7%. So because of decrease in lease rent, ultimately the liability has reduced. This is other modification. Simply we have to arrive at revised lease liability. We have to remeasure the lease liability. So this is neither increase in scope nor decrease in scope, just other modification. In case of other modification, you have to remeasure the lease liability. If any increase in there in the liability, to that extent ROI of asset has to be increased. If any decrease is there in the liability, to that extent ROI of asset has to be decreased. So we remeasured the lease liability by considering revised lease rent of 95,000, revised discounting rate of 7%. It comes to 3,89,500. Before modification it is 4,21,225. After modification this is 3,89,500. That is a decrease of 31,725. That is decrease in liability 31,725. Decrease ROI of asset by the same amount. ROI of asset by the same amount. Next we'll move on to problem number 8. Lessee enters into 10-year lease for 5,000 square meters of office space. The annual lease payments are 50,000 payable at the end of each year. The lease is for 10 years. This is 5,000 square meters of office space. Lease for 5,000 square meters of office space. Annual lease payments are 50,000 payable at the end of each year. The interest rate implicit in the lease cannot be readily determined. Implicit interest rate is not available. Lessee's incremental borrowing rate at the commencement date is 6% per annum. Lessee's incremental rate borrowing rate is 6% per annum. At the beginning of year 6, lessee and lessor agree to amend the original lease to reduce the space to only 2,500 square meters of the original space starting from the end of first quarter of year 6. So at the beginning of year 6, lessee and lessor agreed to amend the original lease to reduce the space to only 2,500 square meters. Originally, the lease agreement is for 5,000 square meters. Now, lease agreement is reduced to 2,500 square meters. Both lessor and lessee agrees. This is a modification. Starting from the end of first quarter of year 6. The annual fixed lease payments from year 6 to year 10 are 30,000. Lessee's incremental borrowing rate at the beginning of year 6 is 5% per annum. How should the said modification be accounted for? So, we will go through the question once again. Initial lease term is for 10 years and it is for 5,000 square meters of office space. Annual lease rent 50,000 payable at the end of each year. Implicit rate of interest is not available. Incremental borrowing rate is 6% per annum initially, and after completion of 5 years, that is at the beginning of 6th year, both lessor and lessee agree to amend the lease space to only 2,500 square meters. So from 5,000 to 2,500 square meters they are reducing. Annual lease payments are fixed at 30,000. Then the lessee's incremental borrowing rate is 5%. How should the said modification be accounted for? Then for accounting purpose, the modifications are to be classified into 3 types. First one, increase in scope of the lease and commensurate increase in lease payments are there. Commensurate increase in consideration is there. Then accounting it as a separate lease. So increase in the scope of the lease and a commensurate increase in consideration, you have to account it separately. Second one, decrease in the scope of the lease. Decrease in the scope of the lease, then we have to decrease the liability and right of use of asset proportionately, relatively, proportionately. Now this is a decrease in the scope of the lease. Initially it is for 5,000 square meters, now it reduces to 2,500 square meters. That is decreased by 50%. So lease liability and ROI of asset, right of use of asset, are proportionately to be reduced, relatively to be reduced. Thereby, liability will decrease and asset will decrease. Now, by comparing these two, net impact may be, it may be net decrease in liability or net decrease in asset. That has to be adjusted to the P&L account. The net impact has to be adjusted to the P&L account. Then we have to create a revised lease liability. We have to remeasure the lease liability at revised discounting rate. So this is a decrease in scope from 5,000 square meters to 2,500 square meters. It has reduced. 50% decrease in scope. Whenever decrease in scope is there, we have to decrease the lease liability and right of use of asset proportionately. Then by comparing decrease in liability and right of use of asset, net impact should be adjusted in P&L account. And we have to arrive at a revised lease liability at revised discounting rate, remeasuring the lease liability. This is with respect to decrease in scope. If decrease in scope is also not there, the third category is other modifications. Other modification just remeasuring the liability at revised discounting rate. So this is second category, that is decrease in scope. So first we have to arrive at balance of lease liability by the end of fifth year, that is beginning of sixth year. Balance of lease liability and a balance of ROI of asset. Then there is decrease in scope. Scope to what extent reduce? Proportionately we have to reduce the lease liability and ROI of asset. Here 50% decrease in scope is there. We have to reduce lease liability and ROI of asset by 50%. Then we have to remeasure the lease liability. With revised terms and revised discounting rate. Before that, first we have to calculate initial measurement of lease liability. Then this modification happens at the beginning of sixth year. So over a period of 5 years, we have to prepare schedule for lease liability and balance of lease liability at the beginning of sixth year. We have to find out. Same way ROI asset, initial value of ROI asset, and by depreciating it for 5 years, balance at the end of fifth year or beginning of sixth year of ROI asset we have to find. So first we will start with the initial measurement of lease liability. The lease term is for 10 years. Annual lease payments are 50,000. So initial measurement of lease liability is a present value of lease payments. So 10 years lease payments are 50,000 per annum payable at the end of the year, and the discounting rate is 6%. Implicit interest rate in the lease is not available. So incremental borrowing rate 6% you have to take. Less is incremental borrowing 6%. There we have to discount. Now solution part. So initial measurement of lease liability. 4 columns we are taking: year, lease rate, present value factors at 6%, present value of lease rate. 1 to 10 years, lease rent 50,000. Repetitive lease rent is there. So we can go for annuity factor. Annuity factor for 10 years at 6%, 7.36. Present value of lease rent, 50,000 into 7.36, 3,68,000. So initial measurement of lease liability is 3,68,000. Then initial value of ROU asset, right of use of asset. We have to consider initial measurement of lease liability. Any direct payment by the lessee, nothing are there. Any payments by lessee before commencement of lease, nothing are there. Any restoration or dismantling costs, nothing are there. So initial value of ROI of asset, right of use of asset, same thing as lease liability, 3,68,000. Now there is a modification at the beginning of 6th year. So it can be considered end of 5th year. How to arrive at balance of lease liability at the end of 5th year? or at the beginning of 6th year. For that, we will prepare the schedule for lease liability. 5 columns we are taking. Year, lease liability at the beginning, interest at 6%, lease rate, lease liability at the end, lease liability at the end. Year 1, the initial liability starts with 3,68,000. Interest rate 6%. Whatever the incremental borrowing rate is there, 6%. Discounting rate, that is 22,080. Lease rent paid 50,000. Balance lease liability 3,40,080. 3,68,000 plus 22,080 minus 50,000. 3,40,080. Lease liability at the beginning 3,40,080. Interest 6%, 20,405. Lease rent payment 50,000. Then balance of lease liability 3,10,485. That is 3,40,080 plus 20,405 minus 50,000. 3,10,485. Liability at the beginning of third year 3,10,485. Interest at 6%, 18,629. Lease rent payment 50,000. Liability at the end 2,79,114. 3,10,485 plus 18,629 minus 50,000. 2,79,114. Then liability at the beginning of fourth year 2,79,114. Interest at 6%, 16,747. Lease rent payment 50,000. Then liability at the end 2,45,861. 2,45,861. So that is 2,79,114 plus 16,747 minus 50,000. 2,45,861. Then liability at the beginning of fifth year 2,45,861. Interest at 6%, 14,752. Lease rent payment 50,000. Liability at the end 2,10,613. 2,10,613. That is 2,45,861 plus 14,752 minus 50,000. 2,10,613. Then lease liability at the beginning of 6th year 2,10,613. Now there is a modification at the beginning of 6th year. So balance lease liability we arrived at 2,10,613. Then ROU asset balance also will arrive. So ROU asset at the beginning is 3,68,000. This is to be spread over a period of 10 years. This is to be depreciated over a period of 10 years. Out of that, 5 years completed. So we will provide that. Schedule for ROU asset. Initial value of ROU asset, right of use of asset, 3,68,000. Then depreciation per annum. This is to be spread over a period of 10 years. 3,68,000 divided by 10, 36,800. That is depreciation per annum. 5 years period completed, 36,800 into 5, 1,84,000. 1,84,000. Remaining balance 1,84,000 is ROU balance at the end of 5 years. So the lease liability balance at the end of 5 years is 2,10,613. ROU balance is 1,84,000. Now we will go back to the question. At the beginning of year 6, lessee and lessor agreed to amend the original lease to reduce the space to only 2,500 square meters. Initial lease is for 5,000 square meters. Now it is reduced to 2,500 square meters. So 5,000 to 2,500. 5,000 minus 2,500, that is decrease by 2,500. Decrease as a percentage 50%. We have to reduce this is a decrease in the scope of the lease. So while accounting three categories we have to check. First, increase in scope and increase in commensurate consideration. Then it should be accounted as separate lease. Second one, decrease in scope of the lease. This falls under decrease in scope of lease. From 5,000 square meters to 2,500 square meters, we are reducing the space, that is nothing but a decrease in scope. Whenever such a decrease in scope is there, decrease the liability and ROE asset proportionately, relatively. Then comparing the change in liability and change in asset, net impact should be adjusted in P&L account. Then calculate the remeasure the liability. So revise liability at a revised discounting rate. So 50% we have to reduce lease liability and ROE asset. Then the difference will be adjusted to the P&L account. Then revised lease payments are 30,000. We have to consider this, and based on that we have to calculate revised lease liability at revised discounting rate of 5%. So this is a decrease in scope. First, we have to find out what is the decrease in scope. Decrease in scope as a percentage. Proportionately, we have to decrease lease liability and ROE asset. Then, by comparing both those elements, the net change should be adjusted to the P&L account. Then, revised liability we have to calculate based on revised lease rent and revised discounting rate. First step, we will calculate what is the decrease in scope as a percentage. Solution part. So this is decrease in scope of the lease. Decrease in office space. 5,000 minus 2,500 square meters. That is 2,500 square meters. So we will convert into as a percentage. Decrease in scope as a percentage. 2,500 is the decrease. As a percentage of original 5,000, 50%. 2,500 divided by 5,000 into 100, 50%. So decrease in scope of lease is there. Lease liability and ROE asset have to be proportionately reduced, that is by 50%. Now, the balance of lease liability is 2,10,630. Balance of ROE asset is 1,84,000. Now, we are reducing the scope of the lease by 50%. Then asset and liability also to be decreased by 50%. Lease liability, the balance before modification 2,10,630. ROE asset balance 1,84,000. That is before modification at the beginning of 6th year. Now 50% decrease in scope is there. We have to decrease lease liability and ROE asset proportionately by 50%. Decrease 50%. 1,05,307. And remaining balance is 1,05,306. This is a balance after adjustment. Then ROE asset to balance is 1,84,000, 50% 92,000. Remaining balance 92,000 after adjustment. Now, there is a decrease in liability of 1,05,307. Decrease in asset of 92,000 only. What is the net impact we have to analyze? Net impact due to decrease in scope. So decrease in lease liability is 1,05,307. Decrease in ROI asset, right of use of asset 92,000. So net impact 13,307. Liability reduces by 1,05,307. Asset reduces by 92,000. Net decrease in liability 13,307. So liability reduces means that is nothing but gain for us. Gain for us. So transfer to the P&L account. Transfer to the P&L account. Gain or loss, whatever is there, we have to adjust to the P&L account. Now we'll write the accounting entry for this. Lease liability reduces by 1,05,307. Lease liability account data 1,05,307. ROU asset reduces by 92,000 to ROU asset account 92,000. Remaining is gain transfer to P&L account. To P&L account 13,307. So once again, lease liability account data are 1,05,307. To ROU asset account data are 92,000. To P&L account 13,307. So we have to compare the decrease in liability and decrease in ROU asset. Difference, if net liability reduces, gain. If net asset decreases, so that is loss. We have to adjust to the P&L account. Now, at the beginning of sixth year, there is a modification. Lease rent reduces to 50%, decrease in scope is there. The annual lease payments from year 6 to 10 are 30,000. Less is incremental borrowing rate at the beginning of year 6 is 5% per annum. Now we have to arrive at the revised lease liability by considering 30,000 lease rent and 5% revised discounting rate. So at the beginning of sixth year there is a modification. Lease rent is 30,000 per annum for remaining 5 years. Revised discounting rate is 5%. So we have to remeasure the liability, lease liability. Go for remeasuring the lease liability with these details. 1 to 5 years, lease rent is 30,000. So remaining 5 years, from now on forms 5 years. So that's why we are taking it as 1 to 5 years. 30,000 per annum, discounting at 5%, revised discounting rate, repetitive cash flows are there. So annuity factor for 5 years at 5%, 4.329. Then present value of lease rent 1,29,900. So the modified lease liability comes to 1,29,900. Revised lease liability or modified lease liability. Now you check with the balance of lease liability. So the balance of lease liability after decrease in scope is 1,05,306. Balance portion of lease liability after decrease in scope 1,05,306. Now the modified lease liability comes to 1,29,900. Thereby difference 24,594. Increase in lease liability. Increase in lease liability. To that extent, we have to increase the ROU asset also, right of uses of asset also. Now the journal entry is right of use of asset account data to lease liability account 24,594. The specialty of the problem is there is a decrease in the lease. So whenever decrease in the scope of the lease from 5,000 square meters to 2,500 square meters you are reducing. First arrive at the decrease in the scope as a percentage. Decrease of 2,500 square meters as a percentage it is 50% of 5,000 square meters, 50%. So our lease scope reduces by 50%. Thereby reduce lease liability and ROU asset proportionately. So first we arrived at initial liability and initial ROU value. Then by preparing schedule for lease liability, we arrived balance at the end of fifth year, that is beginning of sixth year. Lease liability balance at the beginning of sixth year. And ROU asset, whatever it is there, after depreciating for 5 years, balance at the end of 5 years or beginning of sixth year we arrive. Now 50% decrease in scope is there for lease. decrease the liability and lease liability and ROI asset proportionately. So whatever the balance before modification is there, that we have decreased by 50% and balance we are. Now, due to this decrease, liability reduces by 1,05,307. ROI asset reduces by 92,000. Difference 13,307. Net decrease in the liability. That is a gain for us. Then the entry lease liability account that are 1,05,307 to ROI asset account 92,000 to P&L account 13,307. So decrease in scope we accounted. Now there is modification that lease rent will come down to 30,000 for remaining 5 years and revised discounting rate is 5%. Now we have to remeasure the lease liability. Remeasure the lease liability by considering 30,000 lease rent and revised 5% discounting rate. The remeasured lease liability comes to 1,29,900, whereas balance of reducing the scope is 1,05,306. Increase in liability is there from 1,05,306 to 1,29,900. That is increase of 24,594. Liability increases by 24,594. Increase the ROE asset also by 24,594. So the entry is ROE asset account data to lease liability account 24,594. This is decrease in the scope is the specialty of this particular problem. Next we will move on to problem number 10. Lessee enters into a 10-year lease for 2000 square meters of office space. Lease is for 10 years and 2000 square meters of office space. The annual lease payments are 1 lakh rupees payable at the end of each year. Annual lease payments are 1 lakh payable at the end of each year. The interest rate implicit in the lease cannot be readily determined. Lessee's incremental borrowing rate at the commencement date is 6% per annum. So, implicit rate of interest in the lease cannot be found out. Lessee's incremental borrowing rate is 6% at the beginning. At the beginning of year 6, lessee and lessor agrees to amend the original lease to include an additional 1500 square meters of space in the same building starting from the beginning of year 6. So they are going to include 1500 square meters of space, additional space. Reduce the lease term from 10 years to 8 years. The annual fixed payment for 3500 square meters is 1,50,000 at the each year, at the end of each year, from year 6 to year 8. Lessee's incremental borrowing rate at the beginning of year 6 is 7% per annum. Incremental borrowing rate 7% per annum at the beginning of 6th year. The consideration for increase in the scope of 1500 square meters of space is not commensurate with the standalone price for that increase, adjusted to reflect the circumstance of the contract. The consideration is not sufficient, he is saying. Consequently, lessee does not account for the increase in the scope that adds the right to use an additional 1500 square meters of space as a separate lease. How should the said modification be accounted for? Just we'll go back to the question once again. The original lease is for 10 years and 2000 square meters are covered. Annual lease payments 1 lakh payable at the end of each year. Implicit rate of interest in the lease is not available. So we'll go for incremental borrowing rate. At the commencement rate is 6%. Now, at the end of 5 years, that is beginning of 6th year, lessee and lessor agrees for amendments to the original lease. Increase an additional 1500 square meters of space in the same building starting from 6th year. Originally, the lease is for 2000 square meters. Now, Additional space 1500 square meters they are including. 1500 square meters they are including. That is increase in scope. Increase in scope. Reduce the lease term from 10 years to 8 years. Original lease term is 10 years. Now they are reducing it to 8 years. The annual fixed payment for 3500 square meters, 2000 plus 1500. 3500 square meters is 1,50,000 payable at the end of each year. Payable at the end of each year. From 6th year onward, 6, 7, 8, 3 years. Now the incremental borrowing rate is 7% at the beginning of 6th year. Now the modifications for accounting purpose will be classifying into three categories. First one, increase in scope. Originally the lease covers 2000 square meters. Now 1500 square meters are included. That is increase in scope. Along with this, one more condition has to be fulfilled. Commensurate increase in consideration should be there. Commensurate change in consideration should be there. Now the lease rent is 1 lakh. Lease rent is 1 lakh. Now it is increasing to 1,50,000. Now see the additional sentence. The consideration for increase in the scope of 1500 square meters of space is not commensurate with the standalone price for that increase, adjusted to reflect the circumstance of the contract. Here it is clearly specified the consideration is not commensurate, not sufficient. If it is commensurate consideration and increase in scope, then definitely it has to be accounted as a separate lease just by applying initial measurement principles. So the first category involves increase in scope of lease and commensurate increase in consideration. If both the conditions are fulfilled, the additional part has to be considered as a separate lease, based on initial measurement principles, normal measurement principles. Here one condition is fulfilled, that is 1500 square meters are included, but the commensurate increase in consideration is not there. Commensurate increase in 1 lakh is there originally for 2000 square meters. So 1500 square meters are included. Now the lease rent increases to 1,50,000. Space increases by 75%, but lease rent increases by 50% only. So he is saying it is not a commensurate consideration. So if it is a commensurate consideration, both the conditions are fulfilled means increase in scope and commensurate consideration is there means so it has to be treated as a separate lease just by following initial measurement principles. If it is also fulfilled, then the 1500 square meters portion, whatever the lease rent is there, the incremental portion, suppose this 1,50,000 is commensurate, the 50,000 is for 1500 square meters will take, then that will consider as a separate lease. That will consider as a separate lease just by following initial measurement principles. Now it is not commensurate, so uh, we should not treat it as a separate lease. We should not treat it as a separate lease. Then second category, decrease in scope. If decrease in scope is there, then we have to proportionately decrease the lease liability and ROU asset. Here decrease in scope is not there, only decrease in the lease term is there. So 10 years is the original lease term. Now we are reducing it to 8 years. So 5 years completed, out of remaining 5 years we are reducing to 3 years. So the second category is if decrease in scope of lease is there, proportionate decrease in lease liability and ROU asset we will be doing. Then remeasurement of lease liability at revised discounting rate we will consider. Then other modifications, if this is not falling under these two, other modifications we have to go for. The other modifications, remeasurement of lease liability at revised discounting rate, and we have to consider. Here, there is increase in scope, but sufficient or commensurate consideration increase is not there. We need not treat it as a separate lease. Then we have to calculate. First starting with the initial liability, and we'll prepare a schedule for lease liability, and we can arrive at a balance of liability at the end of fifth year or at the beginning of sixth year. Now, two types of modifications are there. One is additional space is included, and lease rent is increasing. Other modification is lease term is reduced. Now, after having at a balance of lease liability, balance of ROU, now we have to find out the impact of term only. If original lease is there as it is, and only term is reduced to 8 years. Then after completion of 5 years, for remaining 3 years, with the original terms only, with the same 1 lakh and 6% discounting rate, what will be the liability? So, I am repeating, at the end of 5 years, 5 more years are there. Now we are reducing it to 3 years. Means 2 years portion we have to reduce. That we cannot reduce proportionately. 2 years means, sir, out of 5 years, 2 years means 40%, you reduce 40%. No. Time value effect should be considered. Thereby, we have to consider with the initial values only. 1 lakh lease rent, if it is for next 3 years, what is the lease liability? And what is the ROU of asset for 3 years? That we have to consider. Then, so out of balance liability, for 3 years, what is the value we will be arriving? By comparing these two, the impact of decrease by 2 years we can arrive. That we have to compare change in liability and change in asset, and balance we have to adjust to P&L account. Definitely that we have to do. That is a modification of lease term. Then we have to remeasure the lease liability. Remeasuring the lease liability by considering the revised lease rate 1,50,000 and revised discounting rate. We have to calculate the remeasure the lease liability. Then we have to compare once again the liability. The change in liability, whatever it is there, that we have to account for. So two types of modifications are there. Before incorporating or analyzing two types of modification, first step is as usual, we have to measure initial liability, lease liability, initial value of ROU asset, and we have to prepare schedule for lease liability for 5 years. End of 5th year or beginning of 6th year, what is the liability balance? First we have to find out. Then one by one, two modifications we can account for. So first we will start with the initial liability. So originally this is for a period of 10 years, and lease rent payable 1 lakh at the end of each year, and 6% is the discounting rate. From that we will arrive at initial liability. Initial measurement of lease liability 1 to 10 years, lease rent 1 lakh, discounting at 6%, incremental borrowing rate of lessee. This 1 lakh is a repetitive lease rent. So we can go by annuity factor. Annuity factor at 6% for 10 years, 7.36. Present value of lease rent 1 lakh into 7.36, 7,36,000. That is initial measurement of lease liability. Initial measurement of lease liability is 7,36,000. Now, initial value of right of use of asset. Initial measurement of lease liability plus any direct costs incurred by the lessee, nothing are there, plus any payment made to lessor before commencement of lease, nothing is there, plus cost of restoration or dismantling, nothing is there. So straight away 7,36,000, whatever the initial lease liability is there, right of use of asset also to be created for 7,36,000. Now at the end of fifth year, that is beginning of sixth year, there is modification. We will prepare schedule for lease liability. 5 columns. Here, lease liability at the beginning, interest at 6%, lease rent, lease liability at the end. First year beginning, the lease liability is 7,36,000. Interest at 6%, 44,160. Lease rent payment 1 lakh. Lease liability at the end 6,80,160. So 7,36,000 plus 44,160 minus 1 lakh, 6,86,160. Balance at the beginning of second year liability 6,80,160. Interest at 6%, 40,810. Lease rent payment 1 lakh. Lease liability at the end 6,20,970. So 6,80,160 plus 40,810 minus 1 lakh, 6,20,970. Liability at the beginning of third year 6,20,970. Interest at 6%, 37,258. Lease rent payment for 1 lakh. Lease liability at the end 5,58,228. That is 6,20,970 plus 37,258 minus 1 lakh, 5,58,228. Liability at the beginning of fourth year 5,58,228. Interest at 6%, 33,494. Lease rent payment 1 lakh. Balance at the end 4,91,722. That is 5,58,228 plus 33,494 minus 1 lakh, 4,91,722. Liability at the beginning of fifth year 4,91,722. Interest 6%, 29,503. Lease rent payment 1 lakh. Balance at the end 4,21,225. That is 4,91,722 plus 29,503 minus 1 lakh, 4,21,225. So lease liability at the beginning of sixth year 4,21,225. So we measured initial lease liability. By preparing schedule for lease liability, we arrived at a balance of lease liability at the beginning of sixth year 4,21,225. Now, schedule for ROU asset, right of use of asset. Initial value of right of use of asset 7,36,000. This is to be depreciated over a period of 10 years. Depreciation per annum 7,36,000 divided by 10 years. 73,600. Depreciation for 5 years 73,600 into 5, 3,68,000. Then remaining balance 3,68,000. So the balance of lease liability is 4,21,225. Balance of ROU asset is 3,68,000. This is at the end of fifth year or beginning of sixth year. Now, two modifications happens. We'll go through the question once again. At the beginning of year 6, lessee and lessor agreed to amend the original lease to include an additional space of 1,500 square meters of space in the same building starting from the beginning of year 6. One modification, increase in scope. 1500 square meters of space in the same building is included. Second modification, and reduce the lease term from 10 years to 8 years. Original lease term is 10 years, now we are reducing to 8 years. The annual fixed payment for 3500 square meters is 1,50,000. Now the revised lease payment is 1,50,000 per annum, payable at the end of each year from year 6 to year 8. Now the incremental borrowing rate is 7% per annum. Now the two modifications we have to account for: increase in the scope of the lease. 1500 more square meters are included, that is increase in the scope. Now with respect to increase in scope, if two conditions are fulfilled, one is increase in scope and second condition is commensurate increase in consideration. If both are fulfilled, then we have to treat it as a separate lease agreement. Separate lease we have to consider. And the principles are just initial measurement principles, same principles we have to apply. Now see the additional sentence. The consideration for increase in scope of 1500 square meters of space is not commensurate with the standalone price for that increase, adjusted to reflect the circumstance of the contract. He is saying this consideration is not commensurate. For 2000 square meters, 1 lakh is the lease rent. Now 1500 square meters increased, 75% increase is there. Lease rent increases from 1 lakh to 1,50,000. It increased by 50% only. So it is not a commensurate consideration. Just for example, if it is a commensurate consideration, then additional scope, increase in scope is there, and commensurate consideration is also covered. Means if both the conditions are fulfilled, means this has to be considered as a separate lease. The 1500 square meters of space has to be considered as a separate lease. Then we will account it as a separate lease by following initial measurement principles. So whatever the incremental 50,000 lease rent and the period whatever it is there, that we will take and we will consider it as a separate lease, just following the initial measurement principles. Anyway, here commensurate increase in consideration is not there. There is no question of treating as separate lease. Then second modification is reduce the lease term from 10 years to 8 years. Sir, how to account for this reducing the lease term? If this is a decrease in the scope, if it is decrease in the space, definitely we should have gone proportionately. If it is like from 2000 square meters to we are reducing to a 1500 square meters level, that is we are reducing 500 square meters, that is decrease in scope, that we will be measuring as a percentage. If it is just for example, the scope is reduced from 2000 square meters to 1500 meters only, that is a decrease of 500 square meters, that is 25% decrease. Then lease liability and ROE asset will be decreasing proportionately by 25%. Now it is just decrease in the lease term, not decrease in the scope, not decrease in the space or scope. So here you cannot go by proportionate decrease in the lease liability and ROI asset. Now what is the modification you analyze? The modification is at the beginning of 6th year. Originally remaining period is there for 5 years. If it is there, the liability is as it is. Now remaining 3 years period is there only. So 6 to 8 years only. Up to 8 years only lease will be valid. Now just we have to measure the liability for next 3 years by considering the original discounting rate only. We are continuing the same lease, only the lease term is reduced. So 5 years completed. For remaining 3 years, what is the liability you calculate? Now the balance liability is for remaining 5 years. For 3 years, what is the liability you calculate? Compare the difference. To that extent, you can decrease. Here, you cannot proportionately reduce the lease liability because impact of time value of money will be there. With respect to ROE asset, you can reduce proportionately because this is a straight line depreciation. We need not worry. For every year, it will be same. Out of 5 years, 2 years portion you can exclude. Now, out of these two modifications, first we have to go for incorporating the impact of decrease in the lease term. That is, for remaining 3 years, what is the lease liability we have to calculate? 6 to 8 years, what is the lease liability we have to calculate? By considering the original lease rent only and original discounting rate only. So, without incorporating the additional lease rent, if 1 lakh is there and only time duration is reduced from 10 to 8 years. So remaining for remaining 3 years with original amount of 1 lakh and original discount rate of 6%. Then the liability we can calculate for next 3 years with original terms. Then we will compare with the balance liability whatever it is there and what should be the liability we will compare and the differential we can reduce. Now what is the balance liability prevailing and what is the balance to be maintained only for 3 years. Same way ROE asset also will adjust. Right of usage of asset. Then after completing that, next step we have to go for remeasuring the lease liability. Remeasuring the lease liability. With 1 lakh lease rent for next 3 years, we will be calculating the liability and reducing to that level. Then remeasure. Now lease rent is not 1 lakh, this is 1,50,000. So other modifications, 3 categories. First one, increase in modifications, increase in scope of the asset and commensurate consideration is there, separate lease. Decrease in the scope of the lease, proportionate decrease in lease liability and ROE asset and remeasuring liability. Third one, other modification, just remeasure the liability at revised discounting rate. Now, this is other modifications. Remeasure the liability. 1,50,000 lease rent is there. 3 years, remaining 3 years are there. Revised discounting rate 7%. With that, you arrive at revised lease liability. Now, previous after first modification, whatever the lease liability is there, you have to compare these and increase lease liability to the extent required. Now, one by one, 2 modifications are there. At the beginning of 6th year, 2 modifications are there. One is a decrease in lease sum from 10 to 8 years. Original duration is for 10 years. Now it is reduced to 8 years. Second one is increase in scope of lease from 2000 to 3500 square meters. And there is no commensurate consideration. So increase in scope is there, commensurate increase in consideration is not there. There is no need for creating the separate lease. Separate lease is not required. Now first modification we will go for. Because lease term is reduced from 10 to 8 years. Out of this 5 years already completed. Remaining 5 years is there. Now as per this modification, remaining only 3 years is there. Now we will go for only this particular modification. With 2000 square meters, we will be paying lease rent of 1 lakh for next 3 years. And original discounting rate is 6% at that 6%. So if original terms are as it is, except the lease term, we will go for the modification. So only for 2000 square meters, the original lease rent is 1 lakh, original discounting rate is 6%. Originally it is for 10 years, that is remaining 5 years are there. Now it is for 8 years only, remaining 3 years are there. So only with that change we'll calculate the lease liability. So with original lease rent and original discounting rate, remaining only 3 years, the change is only remaining 3 years, not 5 years. With 5 years we know the liability. So 1 to 3 years lease rent 1 lakh, next 3 years 6 7 8 3 years 1 lakh, original discounting rate 6%. Because repetitive cash flows are there, annuity factor 2.673. Present value of lease rent 2,67,300. 2,67,300. So with the remaining 3 years only, the lease liability has to be 2,67,300. Now see the balance of lease liability here with 5 years. With remaining 5 years, 4,21,225. With the same terms, only change in the duration, lease term. Only change in the lease term. The lease liability has to be 2,67,300. By comparing these two, decrease in liability you have to calculate. So balance before considering the impact of change in lease term. Impact of change in lease term 4,21,225 before considering the impact of change in lease term. Now balance to be considered after considering the impact of change in lease rent, whatever we are at 2,67,300. Balance to be considered after considering the impact of change in lease term. So this is a balance before considering the change in lease term 4,21,225. After considering the impact of change in lease term 2,67,300. So difference 1,53,925. Our liability decreases by 1,53,925. So whenever there is change in lease term, we have to calculate like this. Decrease in lease term, we have to incorporate like this. So balance lease period is 5 years is there originally. Now it is only 3 years level we are reducing, because original term we are reducing to 8 years, balance 3 years is there. For 3 years with all other terms being same, we calculated the balance should be 2,67,300. Balance is at 4,21,225. Decrease 1,53,925. Now ROI we need not worry. Here time value of money impact is not there. ROU balance 3,68,000 we found. 3,68,000 we found. This is a balance for 5 years. Now only for 3 years portion we have to arrive. So 2 years portion we can exclude. 3,68,000 is for next 5 years. For 3 years, how much? 2,20,800. So the balance is at present 3,68,000. It should be reduced to 2,20,800. 1,47,200 is the decrease. Or simply 73,600 is the depreciation per annum. 2 years we are reducing. For 2 years it comes to 73,600 into 2. 1,47,200. This is simple calculation. 1,47,200. Now, lease liability decreases by 1,53,925. ROI asset reduces by 1,47,200. Now you compare the change in liability and change in asset. Liability reduces by 1,53,925. Asset reduces by 1,47,200 only. So there is more decrease in liability. Net decrease in liability is more. That is 6,725. This is gain for us. That we have to transfer to P&L account. Now the accounting entry, lease liability account data 1,53,925 to ROU asset account 1,47,200 to P&L account 6,725. Now At the beginning of sixth year, there are two modifications. One is decrease in lease term. Second one is increase in lease scope. Lease term reduces from 10 years to 8 years. Lease scope increases from 2000 square meters to 3500 square meters. There is no commensurate increase in consideration. So separate lease is not required. If increase in scope is there and commensurate increase in consideration is there, definitely separate lease should be accounted for. Now for decrease in the lease term, first we will go for that modification only. From 10 to 8 years it is reduced. Now already 5 years portion completed. The balance is there for 5 years. This balance of 4,21,225 is for 5 years. Here you should not go for proportionate decrease. 4,21,225 is for 5 years. For 3 years how much? Because time value of money differs from year to year. Here simply we have to count. If original terms are there, lease rent, original discounting rate, only the lease duration is changed. So only for next 3 years it continues. Next 3 years we are agreeing to pay 1 lakh each year and 6% is the discounting rate. What should be the liability? We calculated 1 lakh for 3 years, it comes to 2,67,300 if it is for next 3 years only. But for next 5 years, it is 4,21,225 existing liability. From 4,21,225, it should be reduced to 2,67,300. That is decrease of 1,53,925. Decrease in lease liability. Now ROA simple calculation. 3,68,000 balance is there for right of use of asset. This is for remaining 5 years. Now for 3 years how much? Proportionately you can calculate. 3,68,000 into 3 by 5. For 3 years 2,20,800. Now the balance is 3,68,000. It should be reduced to 2,20,800. That is decrease of 1,47,200. Other way of arriving, simply 73,600 is the depreciation per annum. Now 2 years reduced. 73,600 into 2 years. 1,47,200. Other way of arriving. Now liability reduces by 1,53,925. ROE asset reduces by 1,47,200. By comparing these two, net decrease in liability is 6,725. This is gain for us. We have to transfer to P&L account. Lease liability account data 1,53,925. To ROE asset account 1,47,200. To P&L account 6,725. This is one modification we have accounted for. Then we will go for second modification. Increase in the scope of the lease from 2000 square meters to 3500 square meters. No increase in commensurate consideration. Separate lease not required. Just like other modification. Remeasure the liability. Now, what is the latest liability for us? We accepted 1,50,000 lease rent for next 3 years. By considering 1,50,000 and revised discounting rate. What is the revised discounting rate? Lessee's incremental borrowing rate at the beginning of year 6 is 7%. So 1,50,000 is the latest obligation with the revised discounting rate of 7%. We have to remeasure the liability. So whatever increase in liability is there, that we have to count once again. So remeasurement of liability with revised lease rent and revised discounting rate. So the modification. Lease rent per annum is 1,50,000 for next 3 years. Revised discounting rate 7%. So remeasurement of liability or modified lease liability. 1 to 3 years. Lease rent 1,50,000. Discounting at a revised discounting rate of 7%. So repetitive cash flows are there. We can go by annuity factor. Annuity factor at 7% for 3 years, 2.624. 1,50,000 into 2.624, 3,93,600. Present value of lease rent. This is nothing but a modified lease liability, 3,93,600. Then lease liability before modification. Before modification, we arrived at 2,67,300 after considering the impact of change in lease term only lease term impact. The balance is 2,67,300. So the latest balance is 2,67,300. But now, after considering the modification, increase in scope, lease liability increases to 3,93,600. So that is increase in liability of 1,26,300. So our liability increases by 1,26,300. Increase the ROU asset also by same amount of 1,26,300. Now the entry is ROU asset account data to lease liability account 1,26,300. Then modified lease liability will come to 3,93,600. That is 2,67,300 plus 1,26,300, 3,93,600. And modified ROE asset balance comes to 2,20,800, 2,20,800 plus 1,26,300. That is 3,47,100. The specialty of the problem, it involves two modifications. One is decrease in the lease term from 10 to 8 years. Other one is increase in scope. Now, increase in scope is not supported by commensurate consideration. Separate lease not required. First point. Second one, lease term reduced from 10 years to 8 years. Whenever such a situation arises, this is not decrease in the scope of the lease, that is space of the lease. If space of lease reduces, then proportionately we can reduce the liability and ROI. This is only decrease in the lease term. Thereby, just measure the liability for remaining 3 years with only change in the term. You consider the original lease rent and the original discounting rate. So we calculated original lease rent 1 lakh, original discounting rate 6%. So term reduced, remaining 3 years. 2,67,300 we arrived at the liability. Now balance of liability has to be reduced to this level. So before considering this 4,21,225, after considering this impact 2,67,300, it reduces by 1,53,925. ROE asset balance, so simple calculation 3,68,000 for remaining 5 years. We have to consider only for 3 years 2,20,800. So 3,68,000 balance is there. Balance to be maintained at 2,20,800. Decrease 1,47,200. So by comparing these two, there is a gain of 6,725. We have to transfer to P&L account. Then modification increase in scope. Lease rent 1,50,000 per annum. Revised discount rate 7% per annum. So simply we have to remeasure the lease liability. Other modifications, remeasure the lease liability by considering the latest lease rent and revised discounting rate. 1,50,000 lease rent and revised discounting rate 7%. Now liability comes to 3,93,600. Previously we reduced it to 2,67,300. Now it increases to 3,93,600. Increase of liability by 1,26,300. One way liability increases by 1,26,300. Increase other way the ROI asset also by the same value. Now by increasing the liability, the revised liability comes to 3,93,600. Now after increasing the ROU asset by 1,26,300, the balance comes to 2,20,800 plus 1,26,300, 3,47,100. Now the critical part of lease is modifications. So whenever modifications are there, accounting from lease accounting, you have to categorize into three. Increase in scope and sufficient consideration, commensurate consideration is there. That is one category. Go for treating as a separate lease just by following initial measurement principles. Decrease in scope is there. Decrease in scope is there. Then proportionately decrease the lease liability and ROE asset. Lease liability and ROE asset. Difference adjust to the P&L account and remeasure the lease liability, revise the lease liability with a revised discounting rate. If these two are not fulfilled, then automatically it is other modifications. Then other modification, once again remeasurement of lease liability at revised discounting. These three are the categories with respect to modifications.